Okay, so I'm working on this F150 5.0 engine. I'm gonna be removing the bell body. So I already removed the transmission pan. Before you start working or before you even get into removing the bell body, I'm gonna recommend you come to the back of the transmission. Here is the axle, the transmission axle that goes to the back, and this is the connector. That fits the bell body. This is the connector. You see this leverage? Go ahead and you're gonna pull up like this, and when it stops, you can pull back. There's the connector. This is kind of like a BMW. I guess they start getting the European style connector. Okay, so that's your connector. Now that you have it like that, we need to come to the transmission. Okay guys, so this is the transmission. You guys see how I removed the pan. Now on this specific connector here, this little bracket is holding the connector up there, the one we just unplugged. This little thing is like a little secure pin. You move it to the side, to the back, or towards the front of the engine, and then you pull down. You pull down where it stops, and now we have to go back once again to the connector in the back. Now that we're in the back, guys, we can pull this little sleeve. Okay guys, so when you're removing the sleeve, pay attention to this little guide, plastic guide it has there. See in what position was to put it back the same position. This one you just wiggle it a little bit and it will come out. If it's stuck, you can use a little bit of pliers, but don't press on it too hard. Alright guys, so look at the little plastic guys in the back. That one, make sure you got it with the connector. The connector has a little gap where you're gonna be lining it up. The gap that I'm talking about is this one right here. That one. There's a little gap. There's like a guide to it. Alright, so now we're gonna remove the bell body. So the next step, you need to find your torques, and we need to start looking for all the bolts that have a T30 size. Like this is one. I try in this corner, this one is not, this one is like 27. So all the T30s, we need to remove them. It's about 9 or 10. This one for sure, this is one of the main ones. This one. So I got 1, 2, 3 so far. I don't think any of these are. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so these were 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3. There's one missing. Okay, those are the ones I'm gonna start with, and then there's about 3 or 4 on this side. By the solenoids, you're gonna see about 3 or 4. Make sure you remove those 2. Okay, so I just removed this one. I have this 2 and this as well. So you have 3 bolts on this side and about 3 in the middle, 3 in the back. Okay guys, at this point you guys have to make sure you have a pan ready because it's gonna leak more oil. Once you try to remove the valve body, it's gonna leak a lot more oil, so make sure you have the pan ready and just slowly remove it. Slowly remove the bolt little by little until you have 2 at the end, and then you can hold and make sure you're ready to hold it because it's really heavy. Alright guys, so far we have 1, 2, 3, 4. This is in the front of the valve body. And then I have one here in the middle. This is another one too. And the 3 they're holding in the side of the by the solenoids. Okay, so in the meantime, while that's draining, I'm gonna keep checking the rest of the bolts. It looks like 1 or 2 are missing. I can't recall the exact amount. Okay, here's another one. And basically your sign is gonna be their size 30, T30 torques. Okay, looks like that's it. This is the last one that we have left. So it's 1, 2, 3. There, you see how it dropped? That's a sign. And then just let it drain. It's gonna have a little bit of fluid there. Pay attention to this valve where you guys ready to put it back in. That one is connected to the shift selector. Alright guys, so the bell body is kinda heavy. Be careful when you're putting it down. Look at this sensor. This sensor goes here, or this valve, and this valve goes here. When you remove the bell body, it's probably gonna come out and you won't know where it goes. This one goes here, spring goes in first. To hold it in place, I put a little bit of grease there, and that should hold it in place while you put in the bell body. See how it's coming out? So make sure you guys put enough grease just to hold it, and then put the bell body back on. We have this little gasket here, and we have 1, 2, 3. Pay attention to that when you guys removing the valve body, and this is how you guys remove it. Hope you guys learned something today, and thank you for stopping by. Try to be better every day.